So you ended up recording two Latino anthems that had the internet buzzing back then, man, and they featured Cuban Link, Temperamento, Reychesta, and more. And the music videos were fire too. How did you guys link up to do Nos Tienen Miedo?
Like once again, shout out to Cano, right? My brother Cano. He used to manage me when I was an artist. So shout out to him. A lot of that was him, you know. But shit. We just got together. We had a vision, you know what I mean? We had a vision. And like I said, I was always obviously rapping, doing music, but I always wanted to the Latin side, to conquer the Latin side. You know what I mean? So we thought, what better way than to mix, you know what I mean? The Cubans, the Temperamentos, Reychesta, which was straight in Spanish, Melly Mel, which was killing shit in DR, you know what I mean? Shout out to her. So that combo was just dope, you know what I'm saying? And then the videos, we put them together. That's what we do, man. What we gotta do? All right, this is that much. Boom, we gonna shoot. We had some shows in Ecuador. All right, we're going to get some scenes over there. I brought Picture Perfect with me out there. You know what I'm saying? So.
You guys weren't all in the studio for that session, right? It was like everyone sent their verse?
Yeah, because Temperamento was up in like Rhode Island. I was in Long Island. If you was in New York, more than likely you came to our studio. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, if not, like Melly Mel was in DR, so she probably did her verse out there. Reychester came to the studio. Cuban probably did it at the studio. But the rest was flied over, you know what I mean?
So what do you remember about the response to the first record that you for that first one, part 1?
Shit. It was all that like YouTube and shit was new, bro. Like all that shit was new back then, fairly new, you know what I mean? And I just remember we was getting a lot of love overseas in the, South Americas and shit like that. We was getting a lot of love. Me around that time, cause don't forget me, it was dope. It was a dope experience, man. Like what we did and all that. And then I seen other people like kind of doing the same shit. So it was dope. Like we was always ahead of our time, with the music shit and shit we were doing. So it was dope. It was just dope to collab all together, Reychester, my nigga, he got his own like history, you know what I'm saying? Cuban,
Right.
Melly Mel, we brought a little bit of everything from the Latin culture and mixed it all in one. And it was dope. People fucked with it. To this day, yeah, my bad. But till this day, like I run into people like, cause I still go to I travel now for work, for music. So everywhere I go, like people like, and that's how I know the reach it had. Cause that's the answer for what you just asked me. I didn't feel the impact back then. You know what I'm saying? I didn't see it or feel it. But now these days, when I travel, for example, I'll be overseas at a show and their entourage is coming through and they'll be, oh shit. Aside from me working, I'm such and such as manager, but yo, I remember you from, let's say, No Tienen Miedo, nigga. Like, yo, eso estaba fuego. That shit was fire. Y'all niggas, blah, blah, blah. So that's when I'm like, oh shit, like niggas was really listening to that shit, bro.
Right.
You know?
And then you guys reloaded to do the second one, right?
Right.
And whose idea was it to do the second one?
I'm gonna be honest, bro. I want to say maybe Nostra too. Shout out Nostra.
Yeah.
That's another artist that was on there. I think Nostra was the one for out of the original one listen, Nostra, bro, he was really ahead of his time. Even the way he sung, like the way he spit, like was a real high tone, melodic reggaeton type of shit, right? And I'm gonna keep it a buck. I don't lie, bro. And you got me on this show right here, man. So shit. But I didn't really like it. Right? Back then, I'm gonna be honest, I wasn't fucking with it. I'm like, yo, what is this? Shit is soft, right? Bro, and nowadays, what's going on? All these kids are harmonizing, singing.
Right.
So my man was ahead of his time, bro. So salute to him on that. And yeah, I think he was if he didn't come up with the first one, he came up with the second one. You know what I'm saying? Like the reloaded joint.
Which one do you like better?
I like the first one better. The one where yeah, I like the first one better.
Why? Why the first
it was
one?
just hard. It was just to me it was just harder, you know what I'm saying? Like it was just more hard, you know what I'm saying?
It was crazy though, is that the second one, right? Rick Ross just took that beat to diss Drake on. It was so funny though, because like when I first heard it, I was like, man, I know this beat. Like, where's this beat from? And I kept hearing in my head, Yo tu sabe, you know, and I was like, oh, there we go. Nos Tienen Miedo.
You know what's crazy about that? You know what's crazy about that? Look, shout out to my man, you know Benny Boom, the director.
Yeah.
His son made that beat to the Rick Ross record. Lil Boom, he's an up-and-coming producer. Shout out to him. Follow him. I just spoke to Benny Boom yesterday about that.
Wait, what do you mean? So it's not the original beat exactly? He like sampled it?
Yeah, nothing to do with me, nothing to do with us. His son is a producer, and he said, yeah, he just grabbed the same sample, I'm assuming, and made the beat over. You know what I'm saying?
It sounds like the same though. That's why I was.
It does. It definitely does. But nah, I'm not gonna put that on him. You feel me? Nah, there's no, I don't know. But it's just
because I was wondering. I'm like, how is Ross eating off of this right now? Because like, did he? You know what I'm saying? Because he got it on Spotify. He just made a music video for it and everything.
Nah, that beat is fire, man. Shout out to Lil Boom, man. He killed it, man. You know, listen, that shit happens a lot, you know?
Right.